What if you could add thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars to your home's sale price for less than what you'd spend on a weekend trip? It might sound like a promise from a late-night infomercial, but it's a reality that smart homeowners and real estate pros use every single day. Most people think that to really boost a home's value, you have to knock down walls, gut the kitchen, and sink a fortune into a massive renovation. That's one of the biggest and most expensive myths in real estate. You see, selling a home isn't just about the numbers. It's deeply psychological. Buyers aren't just purchasing lumber and drywall. They're buying a dream. They're buying the idea of what their life could be. The real secret to getting the most money for your property is learning how to tap into that feeling. It's about making a potential buyer walk through your front door and feel an immediate subconscious connection, making them feel like they're already home. So forget the 5-figure renovations and months of dust. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 cheap, simple, and shockingly effective tricks to make your home irresistible to buyers. These aren't just minor touch-ups. They are strategic moves that trigger a positive emotional response and make buyers feel like your home is worth more. We're talking high-impact, low-cost changes you can get started on this weekend. So if you're ready to stop leaving money on the table, you're in the right place. Let's dive right in. The difference between a home that sells for top dollar and one that just sits on the market almost always comes down to first impressions. We all form powerful, lasting opinions within the first few seconds of an experience, and house hunting is no different. A buyer's first impression is locked in the moment they pull up to the curb and step through the front door. That one feeling can shape how they see the rest of the house. Our goal is to make that feeling overwhelmingly positive. These tricks are your secret weapon to do just that. Alright, trick number 1 is all about winning the first impression before a buyer even sets foot inside. I'm talking about curb appeal. This is, hands down, the highest impact, lowest cost area you can possibly focus on. Your home's exterior is the first thing buyers see, whether it's in the online photos or when they pull up for a showing. If the outside looks uncared for, they'll assume the inside is too. A clean, inviting exterior instantly builds trust and makes them feel confident about the home. So how do you pull off a major curb appeal overhaul on a shoestring budget? You focus on 3 key things: the front door, the greenery, and the grime. First up, your front door. Think of it as the handshake of your home. A faded, chipped, or dated front door is a real turnoff, but a freshly painted one? It can completely transform the entrance, making your house look stylish and welcoming. This is a project you can knock out in an afternoon for the cost of a quart of paint. When it comes to color, you've got a strategic choice. A bold but tasteful color like a deep navy blue, a classic black, or even a rich red can make your home stand out and be memorable. If you're not sure, a glossy black is a timeless choice that screams elegance and looks great with almost any home color. The goal is to make your front door a clear, welcoming focal point. Second, let's tackle the greenery. You don't need a professional landscaper to make a huge difference. Start with the basics. Mow the lawn, pull every last weed, and trim back any overgrown bushes. That alone will make the property look 10 times tidier. Next, add a fresh layer of mulch to your flower beds. This is an incredibly cheap trick that makes the whole yard look clean and professionally maintained. A few bags of mulch cost less than a pizza, but the visual return is huge. Finally, add a pop of color with some potted plants or urns on either side of the front door. You don't need a green thumb. A couple of simple, hardy shrubs or seasonal flowers are all it takes to make the entrance feel charming and deliberate. Your final mission is to eliminate the grime. Over the years, siding, walkways, and driveways collect a layer of dirt, algae, and pollen that makes a house look dingy and old. The solution? A pressure washer. You can rent one from a local hardware store for a surprisingly low daily fee. Giving your home's exterior, your walkway, and your driveway a good power wash is one of the most satisfying jobs you will ever do. It literally washes away years of neglect and reveals a bright, clean surface underneath. It makes the whole property shine and sends that crucial message. This home is clean and well cared for. So, for the cost of some paint, a few bags of mulch, and a pressure washer rental, you've completely transformed your home's first impression. You've created an exterior that doesn't just look good, it actively invites buyers in and sets a positive tone for the entire tour. Okay, let's head inside for trick number 2, harnessing the incredible power of paint. Out of all the projects you can do, a fresh coat of interior paint consistently offers one of the highest returns on investment. Some experts say it can be over 100%. It's simply the cheapest way to completely transform a room, making it feel new, clean, and way more valuable. But this isn't just about slapping any old color on the walls. It's about using paint strategically to appeal to the widest audience possible. When a buyer walks into a room, you don't want them thinking about your color choices. You definitely don't want them thinking, "Ugh, I'd have to repaint this." That thought, no matter how small, is a mental checkmark in the work column. You want the wall color to be a perfect, neutral backdrop that lets them easily picture their own life and their own furniture in the space. This is why the golden rule is to use neutral colors. But neutral doesn't have to mean boring or sterile white. While white can make rooms feel bigger and brighter, the wrong shade can feel cold. The best neutral colors for 2025 and beyond are warm, soft, and sophisticated. Let's quickly break down the most effective colors. The undisputed champions in real estate are grayish colors, that perfect mix of gray and beige. There's a reason why colors like Sherwin-Williams' Agreeable Gray or Benjamin Moore's Revere Pewter are so popular. They feel modern like a gray, but they have warm undertones that keep them from feeling chilly. This creates a cozy and welcoming atmosphere that almost everyone loves, making your home feel fresh and move-in ready. Soft grays and even warm off-whites are also fantastic choices, giving you a clean, contemporary feel that's still inviting. Now, what about rooms where you can have a little more fun? Research from Zillow has actually shown that certain colors in specific rooms can increase the price a buyer is willing to offer. For instance, one study found that homes with a living room painted in a dark, moody gray could see offers boosted by nearly $2,600. It sounds counterintuitive, but a deep gray can create a cozy and sophisticated vibe that many buyers find really appealing. And in the bedroom, the consistent winner is navy blue. A primary bedroom painted in a deep navy like Sherwin-Williams Naval can make the space feel like a relaxing, elegant retreat. Zillow's research found this could boost a sale price by an estimated $1,815. The key takeaway is this. You have to set your personal love for a bright yellow accent wall aside. The goal is to neutralize the space. Depersonalizing the home is critical. It removes you from the house and creates a blank canvas, giving buyers the freedom to project their own vision onto it. And don't cut corners on the prep. Fill nail holes, sand them smooth, and use painter's tape to get those crisp, clean lines. A fresh coat of paint on dingy trim and baseboards also makes a world of difference. It all sends a powerful message. This home is modern, clean, and meticulously cared for. Trick number 3 is where we tackle the heart of the home, the kitchen. And don't worry, I'm not about to tell you to spend a fortune on a full remodel. While big kitchen renovations are popular, it's the minor kitchen updates that actually give you a much better return on your money. We're aiming for an instant facelift, focusing on small, cheap changes with a huge visual payoff. Kitchens sell houses, but a dated kitchen can stop a buyer in their tracks. If your kitchen is full of honey oak cabinets from the 90s, worn out laminate countertops, and polished brass handles, buyers just see a massive, expensive project. Our job is to erase that thought for a fraction of the cost. We'll focus on 3 things: cabinets, hardware, and fixtures. First, the cabinets. They're the biggest visual element in the kitchen. If they're dark or dated, they drag the whole room down. Replacing them costs a fortune, but painting them is a total game changer. It's a more involved DIY project for sure, but it is one of the most transformative things you can do. A fresh coat of paint makes old cabinets look brand new. So, what color? You can't go wrong with a classic clean white. White cabinets instantly brighten the kitchen, make it feel bigger, and have a timeless look that buyers love. If you want a bit more personality, a two-tone look is very popular. Paint the upper cabinets white and the lower ones a sophisticated neutral, like a soft gray, a deep navy, or even an earthy green. The key to making it last is proper prep. You must clean, sand, and prime the cabinets for a durable, professional finish. The second part of the facelift is the hardware. This is the jewelry of your kitchen, and it's an unbelievably easy and cheap update. If you have dated or boring knobs and pulls, swapping them out is a 10-minute job that can cost just a few dollars a piece. Trade old polished brass or wood knobs for modern finishes like matte black, brushed nickel, or champagne bronze. This one simple swap instantly modernizes your cabinets and makes the whole kitchen feel more intentional. Finally, let's talk about the faucet. An old corroded kitchen faucet is an eyesore, but a new one can be a stunning centerpiece. You don't need a high-end designer model. You can find beautiful, modern, high-arc faucets for a very reasonable price. Look for one with a pull-down sprayer. That's a feature buyers always notice and appreciate. Think about the combined effect. For the cost of paint, new hardware, and a faucet, you've turned a dated kitchen into one that feels fresh and modern. You've taken away the buyer's biggest objection. We'd have to redo this whole kitchen, and replaced it with, wow, this is a great kitchen. That's how you add thousands to your home's value without a huge renovation. All right, on to trick number 4. We're taking that same facelift idea and applying it to another crucial room, the bathroom. Just like kitchens, bathrooms sell homes, and a grimy, dated bathroom is a huge turnoff. But again, you don't need a gut job to make a massive impact. A few strategic, low-cost updates can make your bathroom feel like a clean, serene, spa-like retreat. Our bathroom blitz focuses on 4 key areas: grout and caulk, the vanity, fixtures, and staging. First, and this is the cheapest but most important step, refresh your grout and caulk. Nothing screams old and gross like discolored grout or cracked, mildewed caulk around the tub. For just a few dollars, you can get a grout pen to whiten the lines or scrape out the old caulk and apply a fresh, clean bead. It's an easy DIY task that makes your tile and tub look instantly brighter and cleaner, signaling that the space is hygienic and well-maintained. Second, let's look at the vanity. A dated vanity can drag the whole bathroom down. If a new one isn't in the budget, paint it. A fresh coat of white, gray, or navy blue works wonders. If the countertop is the problem, you might be surprised how affordable a new integrated sink and top can be at a big box store. And at the very least, replacing the old tarnished faucet with a sleek, modern one in matte black or brushed nickel makes a world of difference. Third, the fixtures and lighting. Just like in the kitchen, old polished brass or pitted chrome can seriously date a bathroom. Replace the shower head with a modern, water-efficient model. Many even have a rainfall feature that adds a touch of luxury for a minimal cost. Then, look up. Is your bathroom lit by one of those dated Hollywood strips of glow bulbs? Swapping that for a stylish new vanity light is a simple job that instantly updates the feel of the room and makes it feel larger and more welcoming. Finally, the blitz ends with staging. This step costs almost nothing, but is absolutely critical for creating that spa vibe. Clear all of your personal toiletries off the countertops and out of the shower. Nobody wants to see your toothbrush. Then, bring in a few simple props. Hang a set of fresh, fluffy white towels. Place a new bar of nice-looking soap in a simple dish. Maybe add a small, elegant faux plant. The goal is to make it feel like a boutique hotel. Clean, impersonal, and luxurious. Let's recap the blitz. You've deep cleaned the tile, updated the vanity, replaced the dated fixtures, and staged it like a pro. The total cost is tiny, but the psychological impact is huge. You've turned a purely functional room into a personal retreat, replacing a buyer's thought of another project with, wow, I could relax in here. Our fifth and final trick is a bit more subtle, but it's incredibly powerful. It's all about creating the magic of light and space. A home that feels bright, open, and airy is psychologically perceived as being larger, cleaner, and more valuable. A dark, cramped home just feels depressing and smaller than it really is. And the best part? You can totally change this perception without knocking down a single wall. This magic trick has 3 parts: maximizing natural light, upgrading artificial light, and creating the illusion of space. First, let's maximize the best free resource you have: sunlight. You ought to let as much of it in as possible. Start by giving every single window in your house a thorough, streak-free cleaning, inside and out. You will be shocked at how much more light pours through a truly clean window. Next, take a hard look at your curtains. Heavy, dark, or dated drapes block an incredible amount of light. Take them down. Replace them with simple, light, and airy curtains. Sheer white ones are a cheap option that provides privacy while still filling the room with soft, diffused light. When it's time for a showing, make sure all blinds and curtains are wide open. The second part is upgrading your artificial lighting. Outdated light fixtures are one of the quickest ways to date a home. I'm talking about those polished brass dining room chandeliers, fussy ceiling fans, and of course, the infamous boob lights that are in so many hallways and bedrooms. Replacing these is a relatively low-cost, high-impact upgrade that can instantly modernize a room. You don't need designer fixtures. There are thousands of stylish, affordable options online. Beyond the fixtures, pay attention to the bulbs. Walk through your house and make sure all the light bulbs are the same color temperature. A mix of warm yellow and cool blue light in the same room looks jarring and messy. Standardize everything to a soft white or warm white LED. And make sure the wattage is high enough to properly light the room. A dim room feels sad. A bright room feels alive. The final part of the trick is creating the illusion of more space. This is all about strategic decluttering. As tough as it may be, you need to remove about half the stuff from your home. This means clearing off almost every flat surface. Kitchen counters should be practically empty. Bookshelves should be only about a third full. And yes, buyers will absolutely peek inside your closets. A closet stuffed to the gills screams not enough storage. But a half-empty, organized closet signals plenty of space. Once you've decluttered, rearrange your furniture to create clear, open pathways. Pulling furniture away from the walls can often make a room feel bigger and more sophisticated. If a room feels crowded, take a piece of furniture out entirely. The less stuff you have, the larger the room will feel. By cleaning your windows, updating your lights, and strategically decluttering, you perform a powerful illusion. You've made your home feel bigger, brighter, and more welcoming without spending a fortune. You're selling the feeling of a large, inviting space, and that feeling is worth a lot of money. So there you have it. 5 cheap and powerful tricks to instantly boost your home's value. Let's do a quick recap. We started with trick number 1, the curb appeal overhaul, winning that first impression at the front door. Then, trick number 2, the psychology of paint, using neutral colors to create a move-in ready feel. With trick number 3, the instant kitchen facelift, we made the heart of the home feel brand new on a budget. In trick number 4, the spa-worthy bathroom blitz, we turned a basic bathroom into a serene retreat. And finally, with trick number 5, the magic of light and space, we made the home feel bigger and brighter. See the common thread? None of these require a contractor or a huge budget. They're all about smart, cosmetic fixes that tap into buyer psychology. It's about removing objections and making it as easy as possible for someone to fall in love with your house. That emotional connection is what gets you a faster sale and a higher price. My personal favorite has to be the power of paint. For such a small investment, the right color can completely change the energy of a home and delivers an incredible return. It's the ultimate proof that you don't need to spend thousands to add thousands to your bottom line. If you found these tricks helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And for more tips on maximizing your home's value, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our future videos. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these tricks are you going to try first? Or maybe you have a secret, low-cost tip that's worked wonders for you. Drop a comment below and share it with everyone. I read all of them and would love to hear your ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.